Yeah! Woo! Well, this year's kind of been, weird in a way, I guess, for you. It seemed like you were doing the XR deal from the get-go. And then Tyler Bruning, your Skyline Motorsports teammate, had some issues where he had to fall off the Outlaw Tour. Now you're on the Outlaw Tour full-time, taking over the owner's points of that team. Has run the Outlaws here recently got the confidence up for your team as well? It seems like you got some quick times, knocked them out, and you was pretty fast at the Eldora Million. Seems like this team's got some momentum built up.
Yes, confidence is built when we run good, but we've been trying some stuff, and Tyler's been running real good, and the stuff that we do in his car, we've been doing in mine, and we went and tested with Penske, and it's all gelling now. Everything that we do is working, so I don't know, hats off to every guy that helps us and to build our program of what we have.
Now this quarter mile here, obviously the switch was a big little news in the pit area. Some were for it, some were against it. Seems like some guys probably ran better than they thought, might be happier with it. You had some comments earlier in the day, but it looks like this quarter mile suited your style just a little bit. What contributed to that?
Well, we were fast hot lapping yesterday on the big track, and I just messed up qualifying and got ourselves behind, and then we're running third, and I blow a right front tire. There ain't nothing nobody done except for, it's just lady luck, I guess, when you blister right front tire and you hit the fence and destroy a car. But we worked all night and put it back together, so the decision to make it on the quarter mile, I think everybody at the end of the night is way happier than they was last night, because our cars ain't beat up with motors and running hot, and rear ends and transmission and all that stuff is way better on this quarter mile. So
I don't know if you were getting signaled or not, but late in that race, with about 5-7 to go, Madden was closing in, and you had some lap cars. Did you get any signal? Did you know that he was closing in, that it was kind of important to get by those lap cars at all?
Well, I thought it was important to get by lap cars just because I knew they were holding me up leaving across the middle of the corner. So I just got to where I was running the bottom there, and it's a long ways to run that top. So if I heard somebody, I could go and mash the gas and get beside one of them cars. We had a good enough car, I could just sit there and ride and pace myself until I had to go.
Okay, so what is the 25 got the rest of the year? Obviously, World of Outlaws took over the 16 team. Yep. You'll be on the tour there full time, and besides that, it's kind of the national late model scene's kind of open, so you can kind of pick and choose. Besides that, I'm assuming.
Well, it is. I'm going to do all the XR stuff and the World Outlaw stuff, and we're going to go run as much Lucas Oil as we can. We're out here to make a living, and we got to run all the big races to make a living.
Is XR doing a good job at trying to help the late model scene there? How do you feel about this series?
I wish more people would support it. This guy's going above and beyond what he needs to do to give us an opportunity to make a lot of money, and it shows that he's paying the bills, and we're making a lot of money.
So more subscriptions would help, I guess. If you can't get that many fans out here in Kansas, it's hard.
It's hard, but more subscriptions and
more cars, but
I get the $40 a month that he's charging ain't really that much.
Right.
You spend way more than that, and you look at all the racing that you get to see. So, yeah, he needs 100,000 people to buy that $40 subscription so he can keep paying what we do.
And do you think the car count was just bad because of the 4 days in Eldora and the trip, or what?
No, it's 12 hours from Eldora to here. So, yes, that definitely hurt his car count, and it being a Monday and Tuesday, and it's just it's hard to everybody spend their money to go to Eldora and then drive. It's a long way out here to Kansas. So maybe Stewart, Iowa, there's more late models in that area, and maybe he'll have 60 or 70 cars.
Well, and it is a quarter mile. Guess you got a little taste of that here. Have you heard about Stewart? Watched anything on it?
I've seen some video on that, so we're excited to get there.
All right. Looks like the quarter mile short track program's looking good. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is how we ride. This is how we do.